You're entering too early, and I'm about to show you exactly why. Look, I've been there. I've been trapped buying the breakouts more times than I care to admit. My brain screams at me, buy now, we won't make any money. So you listen to it, you enter, then, of course, you stop out, and price rips all day long without you. You sit there wondering, why are other traders posting 100% gains while you're down 30% thinking, well, what did I do wrong? You promise yourself next time will be different. Next setup, above the previous day high, above the pre-market high. Perfect, right? You enter and you're stopped out again. Here's the brutal truth. You don't have a system. You're trading off vibes like some spiritual guru trying to feel the market energy. That's not trading, that's gambling with extra steps. Your entries have no rules, no consistency, just hope and prayers. But here's what changed everything for me. I stopped trading off vibes and started using the LE model. 2 entry points, clear rules, no guessing. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix your entries so you stop getting chopped up and start catching moves that actually matter. Because the real what if isn't what if this retest fails. The real what if is what if you can finally quit your job, pay your bills, and support your family. These what ifs mean a lot more than whatever's made up in your head. This is how to fix your entry problem. This is why you have bad entries and the fix that will change everything. Do you find yourself entering just a bit too early? It seems like every setup you enter, you're just a little bit early to the move, constantly, over and over and over again. You see this setup, you're above the previous day high, above the pre-market high, and you're like, yes, we're going long, we're buying all the calls in the world. But you stop out. One red candle stops you out, and then it rips all day without you. You promise yourself, the next trade, this will not happen again. You're well studied, you're really taking this trading stuff super serious. So you see this setup. You're above the previous day high and above the pre-market high. Once again, you know this is a long. Everyone knows this is a long. So what do? You stop out again. Something has to change. You keep telling yourself something has to change. Why do I keep doing this to myself? I feel like I'm going absolutely insane. Let's be honest about something. Your entries, no good. You don't have clear-cut entry rules. You're going off vibes and especially signals from some guy on Twitter or on Instagram. You're basically hoping. There's no consistency to your P&L. Your P&L, you have a green day, a red day, a green day, red day. But overall, your portfolio is going down and to the right, which is bearish. And here's the thing. My portfolio, I operated off vibes strictly for 2 years. I was taking signals, slapping stuff, and guess what? Zero consistency. Nothing went well for me. I'm going to show you how to fix this. But before we do that, did you know I trade live for free twice a week at 9:30 a.m.? Yeah, link down below. Tap in. So let me introduce you something. This is called the LE model. It's very simple. You can only enter off 2 entry points. People get really confused. They think there's all these magical entries and blah, blah, blah. Look, there's 2 places you can enter a trade and that's it. That is why the LE model is glowing. This is a magical toolbox. We pull out our 2 tools and we bank. That's all you need to worry about. So here we go. What are the levels? The levels are the previous day high, the previous day low, the pre-market high, and the pre-market low. Now, if you ever look at any of my trade reviews, I had these color coded. So the previous day high is a solid green line. Why? Because it's a stronger level. The previous day low is a solid red line because it is a strong level. And the reason they're solid is because if they break, that means you're likely going to get a big move. And we want to be there for the big move. Likewise, the pre-market high is not as strong as the previous day high, and the pre-market low is not as strong as the previous day low. Therefore, it is dotted. Why? Because pre-market has less volume and less action than the previous day. And why are they green and red? If it breaks the highs, it means we're going higher, bullish, buy calls. If we break the lows, it means we're going lower, bearish, buy puts, aka a green day versus a red day. Next up, you need EMAs. Now, I wrote EMAs here, but in reality, you only need one EMA, and that is the magic purple line. You can see this purple line comes with a wizard hat on it. It's in the LE model because it's fancy and it works, okay? All it is the 8 EMA. Don't ask me about the 9 or the 5. No, use the 8 EMA, aka the magical purple line. Now, how is this actually going to fix your early entries? So here's your current way. You see the breakout. What do? You slap it, okay? And what happens? You set your money on fire, then you sit in the corner and cry, and then you see another breakout, you slap it, set your money on fire, and sit in the corner and cry. This is your current trading system. Now, you could say that this isn't accurate and you're having success. Yeah, look, your P&L always reflects exactly what you're doing. This is what you're doing. Don't lie to yourself. And now let's fix it. So now we use the LE model. We see the breakout, we use the LE model, then we slap it, we print money, 2 thumbs up because we're happy, rinse and repeat. If you notice, Your way only has 4 steps. The LE way has 5 steps. One extra step, which is the LE model, which will change everything about your early entries. So here we go. We can see this is the same trading, but with the LE model. You come in here, you see the breakout, you can't take the FOMO anymore. So what do? You slap it at the highs on a doji candle. That is just wrong. The LE model, remember that one extra step. Remember, we're skipping the lighting your money on fire part and we're adding in our magical toolbox. And look, it comes down and taps. This is the previous day high. If you remember from my previous slide, the solid green line. And what do? We enter and we take it long. You keep stopping out at the actual entry instead of entering where the entry is supposed to be. I'm telling you, review your trades. Your FOMO is unbelievable through these candles that you can't resist it. And by the time you finally can't resist anymore, you press buy, it pulls back. You need to learn how to fight that emotion. Remember, your steps have 4 steps that leave you crying in a corner. My steps have 1 extra, which leaves me printing money. So here we go. I had someone tell me long ago, it's like, yo, Ellie, I need a checklist. Okay, if you're watching this, shout out you. So before you enter, you need to ask yourself a couple questions. Am I above the previous day high and the pre-market high for calls? If you are, then you can continue to the next step. If you're not, then there's no next step here. Okay, you're done. You sit on your hands and you wait. So this is for calls, and for puts, it's am I below the previous day low, the pre-market low for puts? That is it. If you do not check any of these boxes, notice how you can't continue to the entry point. Why? Because you're trading chop. Okay, if you follow this, take a screenshot and you follow this, you will have a ton more green days and make a bunch more money simply by following this checklist. Literally just the first part. Second part, you'll maybe even make more money. If it is one of those, so let's say it's this one, then which entry? Is the level close? If I'm looking at a chart, is the retest level close? If the retest level is 100 and my stock's at 110, that's pretty far away. However, if the stock's at 100 and your retest level is 99, you can take it on a level retest. That is how it works. It's whatever's closer. If the level is far, then you're going to enter on the magic purple line, aka the 8 EMA. Notice, since it's Halloween and as I'm recording this, has a little wizard hat. Okay, that is how the LE model works. So here's our level. If price is all the way up here, we're not going to wait for the level retest because the 8 EMA is coming right through it, and vice versa. Take a screenshot of this, stick it to your desk. I'm telling you, this is going to save you a lot of pain. So let's see an example. We can see this stock is above the pre-market high and it's above the previous day high. Remember, dotted line, pre-market high, solid line, previous day high. Notice, I didn't come up here and slap this at the highs. Why? It's because it's too far from everything. Our entry point is going to be somewhere in this range down here. It's not going to be up here when you can't take the FOMO anymore. Notice, no FOMO up here. We just sit and wait. Stocks normally pull back more often than not. However, when you chase things out of FOMO, you lose money more often than not. If you don't understand that, you should write it down. So here we go. It pulls back a little bit and I take a starter at 10.18. I take a starter. I don't take my full size. Nothing in trading is exact. Boom, boom, boom. Enter all your contracts right here. That's not how trading works, okay? Is price fluid or static? Okay? Price to me kind of goes in waves. It's kind of, goes around. It's not boom, 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 boom. No. It doesn't do that. So that's why I say price is fluid. So you can see I took my starters here. My normal contract size, if I'm trading a small account, is 3 contracts. Then I'm going to just buy 1. And here you go. I notice how I actually add more. I averaged up. No, this is not averaging up in the way you think of it. This is adding on confirmation. We're getting the higher low setup. It's starting to push out the flag, so I'm going to add more. Why? Because my probability of being right just went from 50% to now 60%, then 70, 80. So I'm adding as I'm getting more and more right. That's not proper English. I was never good at reading. Here you go. This is the scale out method. Very simply, you can see we took trims at the high of day first. High of day. Always want to take your trims at the high of day. That's where you take off most of your size, and then you leave a runner. That is how you trade. I teach a 3 scaling method. Pretty simple. This is how I do it. If we go back, you can see 1 scale, 2, 3, and then only 2 scale outs. So not the best. However, I always tell people take most of your profits at high of day and then leave a runner. So here's the most common questions I'm going to get, and I figured I would address them. The what ifs. I get DMs all the time about the what ifs. So here we go. But what if it doesn't pull back? Okay, so you miss one trade. One trade that if you FOMO slap it, you would have lost money. Because you also avoid 10 bad entries that would have stopped you out and cost you your hard-earned money, which you have to, put a lot of work in order to get. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say that. Lastly, you have to accept you don't catch everything. I do not catch every single move. I do not hold all day, okay? I do not do all that stuff. I am not perfect. I wish I could hold 100 contracts all day, right? But I don't do that. Why? Because my brain is a little bit more risk adverse. I like to take most of my money out and ride the rest risk-free. That is how my brain works. That is what I feel comfortable with. Now, if you're on a smaller account and you don't care about $200, then let that baby ride and glide that purple line. That's all you need to do. But as you get bigger and bigger in size, you need to learn better scaling methods because slippage becomes a real pain in the you-know-what. What if the retest fails and reverses? Most common question I get, what if the retest fails and reverses? Well, it's really simple. So we have this thing called a stop loss, and stop losses actually exist for this exact reason. It's to take you out of the trade so you don't become your own worst enemy. A lot of times, people get into a failed retest, and what happens? They hold all day because they can't believe they're wrong, leaving their contracts down 98%. They can't wonder why they're not a profitable trader. You have to accept that not every setup works. That's trading by definition. We are playing on the edges of probability. By definition, an edge on a probability means that more often than not, we are going to make money than we lose money. That's all it means. And you take a small loss, a small paper cut. I don't Aurora farm. That's a new word these young kids are calling it, losses. Like, I'm not going to take a screenshot of me losing 12% because at the end of the day, it's not really relevant. I'll tell you I lost it and I move on. I don't need to Aurora farm that. That's cringe. Okay. And lastly, I hesitate. I get this all the time. I keep hesitating. I hesitate. All the time I get this. Every day. Hundreds of DMs. Hundreds. I swear, if you look at my DMs, hundreds of DMs, this exact thing. So let me ask you something. Did the trade check all the boxes? Did it check all the boxes? And you're going to sit there and be like, well, yeah, Elliot did. Like, okay. So your problem is overthinking. You're overthinking way too much. At the end of the day, if it meets all the criteria, you slap it, you make money, and you don't cry. That's really it. Stop overthinking about all the what ifs. I used to care about macroeconomic data. I'm telling you, look at my feed. It's all public. I've been posting publicly for years. I used to care about Japanese firework data. Okay. Now I don't even care I don't even know what it does. I don't care because it doesn't affect my trading. All I care about is to set up clean and am I going to make money? Is the probability in my favor? If yes, I'm jamming my chips in. If no, then I'm not going to trade it. And I always like to reply back, it's like, I think you're just scared of becoming profitable. And people get, no, that's what I want to do. Well, if that's what you want to do and the setup meets your criteria and the trade keeps working, then why aren't you doing it? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of you have like this mental block in your head. You need to remove that. Just look at the checklist, check, it hits it, boom, you enter. Not negotiable, okay? Except you don't know how high the stock's going to go or how low. All you can do is manage your risk. So I'm going to talk about a couple more what ifs. What if you do quit your job? You do leave the 9 to 5. Your bills are paid. And you don't have to worry about the mortgage anymore. It's paid. You can click a couple buttons at your desk. There's no more 9 to 5. Okay? You don't have to deal with your shithead boss. No more. He's gone. Into the gulag. 2 weeks. I'm joining LED. You make back all your losses. You lost 5K in your account. You run that thing back up. You're going to feel amazing. And you get to support your family. The wife, she's been taking care of the kids for years. It's time to pay her back. Or vice versa. It's 2025. Hey, different families nowadays. Okay, you can support your family, your kids' college fund, all that. I want to leave you with one thought. Those what ifs mean more than if a retest fails. That is all I have. You enjoy your evening.